How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at another pair of barefoot shoes from Saguaro, but this time we will not only review just one pair but two, and these are also Barefoot Winter Boots. Now, full disclosure, Saguaro have kindly sent over these two pair of Barefoot Winter Boots for me and my wife, and in this video we will be sharing about everything there is to know about these pair of Barefoot boots, the things that we like and dislike, and our overall thoughts. Later this year we'll be heading to South Korea for the year-end holiday. It's currently winter season in South Korea and the temperatures are as cold as around -10 Celsius. And we are pretty keen to test out these winter boots. Well, at least I am very excited, as most of you that follow me on the channel are aware that I've been rocking various barefoot shoes for the past year or so, and finally getting to test out a pair of barefoot boots does sound quite exciting. So this video is going to be all around the place with some introduction and product showcasing of these two pair of winter boots here in my studio, as well as real life footage rocking these boots. I went with the Saguaro Ambition II, while my wife has chosen the Saguaro Rise 1 waterproof winter boots. As always, disclaimers first, this is not a sponsored video. Saguaro did send over this pair of barefoot boots for a review, however they have no input in whatever that we're sharing in this video, and everything we say is of our own opinion. With that out of the way, let's dive right in. Okay, I'll start with my pair of Saguaro Barefoot Winter Boots, that is the Saguaro Ambition II in brown. So I actually have a similar pair of classic Timberland waterproof boots that I heavily rely on in Hokkaido. The Saguaro Ambition II is only rated as a splash-proof water-resistant boots and is not suitable for submerging. So I would assume that these boots should be able to survive South Korea, but definitely not dipping the shoes in water. However, a small puddle should do just fine. Now, these boots does look quite similar to the Timberland boots. Here's a quick look of the boots in a 360 spin. As you can see, it features the regular lace-up style boots slightly above your ankles. The material on the front portion and all around the shoes is made of soot microfiber material, which is essentially made from ultra-fine polyester fibers, processed and woven to create that soft plush material with a texture similar to microfiber, which is really soft, as you can see right here. Now, here's the coolest part of the boots that I'm particularly excited about, which is these zippers at the side of the boots. Now, these zippers are so incredible. I have to emphasize they are literally godsend and well designed, because with these zippers, taking off your shoe is now a breeze. For those of you who wear thick and heavy boots, you will definitely be able to relate to the times where you have to remove your boots, you would struggle pulling the boots off, and wearing them again all sounds like a chore. Now, as the brand Saguaro pioneers in barefoot shoe design, and if you are unfamiliar with the term barefoot, it is essentially four things: flexible sole, wide toe box, zero drop, and lightweight design. Now, if you want the full explanation, consider checking out my other barefoot shoe videos. I have talked about them in detail, so be sure to check them out. Now, the Saguaro Ambition II ticks all of the boxes, and this is probably one of my first pair of boots that has a comfortable toe box where your toes are free to wiggle around. The fact that these boots are also lightweight, weighing in at only 330 grams each, when compared to the weight of my Timberland boots that weighs almost 35% heavier at around 500 grams. It's seriously a huge deal, as each step you take, you actually carry that weight with you. I remember back in Hokkaido with the Timberland boots, I was literally dragging my feet as I walked through tons of snow, so having a lightweight boots sure does help, especially when moving around. The soles are also very flexible, as they are not hard and rigid like regular boots. With the Saguaro Ambition II being lightweight and barefoot, it is literally a dream boots coming true. The wide toe box in my shoe size experience is true to size, as I ordered the same size as both of my previous Saguaro barefoot shoes, which is the Saguaro 4-Step 1 and the Saguaro Smart 1. And I'm happy to report it fits just right, with enough room for my toes to wiggle around, which is very comfortable to walk in. Speaking about comfortable, the inner lining of the shoes are made from a fleece-like material, as you can see, and it keeps your feet warm. The insoles though are slightly different from regular insoles, as this is covered with fox fur. Again, very soft to touch, and it also helps to keep your feet warm. Now, towards the tongue of the shoe, Saguaro's branding, as you can see right here, the upper section near the flap, it kind of feels like some sort of dry fit material. The finishing is kind of okay, as there are some loose strings here and there, but in terms of comfort wise, rock solid. Walking in them is actually very enjoyable. There is also a shoe loop at the back of the shoes in case if you need it for when wearing your shoes. Lastly, the soles on the Ambition II is made from 100% natural rubber, as it features a zero drop design, which is quite similar to the other Saguaro barefoot shoes. It brings your feet as close to the ground as possible. Again, comparing this with the Timberland boots that usually have a massive massive chunk of the sole at the heel area, which probably contributes to the heavier weight of the pair of boots. The sole printed pattern looks quite thin, and unlike the Timberland boots which have much deeper ridges which help with gripping the ground better, but with the Saguaro boot it still offers good enough support when walking. However, do watch out and be careful when walking on slippery roads, as it is quite slippery. Now, that is pretty much everything from the showcase and experience of the Saguaro Ambition II. All in all, I really enjoyed walking in them. This pair of barefoot boots were really comfortable. There was a lot of wiggle room on my toes, and it has kept my feet warm throughout the entire trip. And I would highly recommend it to anyone who is looking for a comfortable pair of boots, especially in cold countries during the winter. Now, let's take a look at the other pair of barefoot shoe. This is the Saguaro Rise 1. Waterproof winter boots that my wife had been rocking through the entire trip in South Korea. Now let me give you guys some surface level observation while filming this section, and we will have to ask her user experience wearing these boots as we go through the list. So first off, the Saguaro Rise 1 waterproof winter boot features a stylish mid-calf winter boots featuring waterproof material, as the entire shoe is sealed from the base to the upper side of the shoes. The top side of the shoe has the same soot microfiber material that surrounds the entire shoe, and the ankle area is made of a different fabric material which is rough to touch and feels like waterproof. This pair of boots also features a lace-up shoe design, however there is no zipper at the sides due to the waterproof sealing around the shoes. The tongue of the shoe has a subtle Saguaro branding, and all around the entrance of the shoe is covered with fox fur, as you can see right here. From the tongue to the midway of the entrance of the shoe helps to keep your feet warm. Now the inner lining of the shoe have some sort of soft texture material that goes through the entire inner lining of the shoes. The insoles here are pretty similar to the Ambition II. It is made of the same soot microfiber material. Now there is also the shoe loop at the tip of the shoes for ease of putting them on or off, and I think it would definitely come in handy. Now onto the soles of the shoe, it also features the regular zero drop design, and I noticed that the patterns and the soles at the heel area are the same as of the regular barefoot shoe like the Saguaro 4 Step 1, having the same 6mm sole design for off-road mountain trail that is said to provide excellent terrain feedback when walking outdoors. And from my experience wearing the same 4 Step 1 shoes, the grip on this design pattern of the sole does indeed offer a better grip, but it is still slippery on tiles, as you can see here. The Rise 1 shoes are also pretty lightweight, weighing in at only 290 grams each, compared to her previous boots that weighed at around 343 grams. Now let's hear some feedback from the wife on her likes and dislikes and her user experience on the shoes.
Am I supposed to give my honest opinion?
Okay guys, I'm officially back from South Korea. I'm back in Japan, and we had a lot of fun in the past 2 weeks, and I can't wait to share all of the photos. But to wrap up the video, my 2 cents on actually wearing these boots. Again, I still stand by my first impression statement that these shoes were very comfortable to walk in. It is warm to a certain extent thanks to the insulations of the insides of the shoe. The water resistance on the shoes held up its end of the bargain, as my feet were completely dry even when treading through snow. I did notice that the front area of the shoes got pretty wet quickly when the snow settles in. However, I have checked on multiple occasions that my socks were completely dry, and that was pretty good. One thing to mention is that the insoles on my right boots came loose, and eventually it started slipping inside of my shoes, where the insoles around the heel area gets crumpled up, causing the front side of the insoles to slip past my toe, and it does get a little annoying. I ended up using an adhesive velcro tape to keep the insoles from moving inside of the shoes, and that pretty much fixed the problem. All in all, these shoes were great, and again an honorable mention that the zippers came in clutch to quickly remove your shoes, and putting them back on was a breeze. Here is a realistic wear and tear situation on the shoes, and they still held up pretty well. The soles at the bottom have some wear and tear, as you can see right here. But overall, I really enjoy walking in this pair of barefoot boots. Now, after various impromptu interview with my wife asking her about her experience and thoughts about the Saguaro Rise 1, here are some of her feedbacks to summarize everything. The winter boots were very warm, to the point where her socks sometimes get a little damp from her own sweat, and that gave her cold feet. The boots were as waterproof as they claim when treading through snow, although the fur coat is wet on the surface but no water actually seeps through. The zero drop design was also very comfortable, as we pretty much walked about 20,000 steps every single day exploring exploring South Korea. According to my wife, putting these pair of barefoot boots on and off weren't too difficult, as you can see. Overall, she did really enjoy walking in these boots. The shoes took a few days to get used to, since all new shoes takes a little while to walk comfortably in them. The first few days, she mentioned that the shoes were a little bit tight on the sides, but eventually it went away. The shoe sizing stayed true to her usual shoe size. She didn't have to buy a size bigger or smaller, which was pretty good. My wife also had the same problem with the insoles shifting back towards the heel area of the shoe, as you can see right here. Overall, she was quite pleased with the shoe and was glad that these pair of boots kept her warm during the entire trip. And to top it off, here is the condition of the Saguaro Rise 1 winter boots after 2 weeks of daily driving these boots. Not bad in terms of wear and tear. All in all, we did really enjoy wearing these pair of winter boots for almost 2 weeks straight. The design, build quality and features that it offers is up to what you would expect from Saguaro. That being said, if you are interested, do check out these pair of barefoot boots from Saguaro's website. I'll be sure to leave a link in the description box down below. I also have a 10% discount code that you can apply at checkout, so be sure to use code KENLIVE for a 10% discount. And if you would like to support the channel, I also have an affiliate link that will give me a little kickback when you decide to get yourself a pair of barefoot shoes with no extra cost to you. All links will be in the description box down below for your ease of reference. Once again, a huge shout out to Saguaro for sending over this pair of barefoot boots. That's basically for this video. I hope you have found this video insightful. If you have any questions or anything that I've missed in this video, feel free to leave me a comment down below. I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. As always, thank you all so much for tuning in. My name is Ken and I'll catch you all in the next one. Stay safe, peace out, and bye bye.